Right, President's News on the 3rd of March 2021. Good evening, everyone. I can't believe we've arrived at the 3rd month of the year. Time really flies when you're having fun. Someone who has been flying literally and flying the flag for Blackheath and Bromley and Great Britain is starting Supremo Mark Purser. Mark arrived in Torun, Poland yesterday. Ian Furler, I think, can speak Polish, so he can check my pronunciation. Good evening, Mike Peel. How are you? Mark will be officiating at the European Indoor Track and Field Championships. So that's a really, really great achievement for him, and the club is all very, very proud of you, Mark. Sorry it's a trip that you've had to make during COVID, because I'm sure it would have been lovely, you know, being able to be out and seeing what Torun had to offer. But I imagine you're probably just going to be sat in your hotel room cleaning your weapon. But anyway, I'm sure you will have a great time nonetheless. It's a great occasion. Good evening, Julian Golding, Medium Past President. How are you? Someone else who has also made that championships is BBHAC favourite, though second claimer, Phil Sesemann, who will compete in the 3,000 metres, having been awarded his GB vest. So that's an absolutely terrific result for Phil. Obviously, he is pretty much a regular for us in the track in the summer. So very, very pleased for him. Some lovely shots up on the social media of Phil's dog wearing the vest. So really, really nice there too. So nice way of celebrating that achievement for him. Elsewhere on the track, we do have some news from overseas. Ethan Brown, and thanks to Nick Brooks for putting together this press release. Ethan Brown improved on his recent indoor PB from a month ago to clock 46.62 over 400 metres. And that looks like another club 400 metre indoor record. And that was at the Big 12 event in Lubbock, Texas. Marcia Say was busy clocking 7.59 over 60 metres, 24.44 over 200 metres, and 8.27 over the 60 metre hurdles. And that was in Geneva, Ohio, so no chocolate there, I'm afraid, for Marcia. Or indeed for Divine Oladipo, who was also at that meeting hurling the shot out to 16.2 metres, 16 metres, 20 centimetres. So great results there. In Fayetteville, Arkansas, Emanuela Aliu continued her busy indoor season, clocking 7.38 over 60 metres. And 23.45 over 200 metres at the Southeastern Conference Champs. And then closer to home at Loughborough, Zara Obama-Quinoa threw the discus, not sure that was indoors, probably outdoors, out to 46.55 metres. So really good that we're getting those results out there. Back closer to home, I want to let club members know about the work going on behind the scenes. The guidance is being updated pretty much on a daily basis. And there's people like Bob Cliff, Dave Carton, Chris Haynes, Dave Beadle, John Hubbard. These are all the people that are working hard to, really doing their best to get you your events. And we're hoping to do some, but it's a real challenge with the way the guidance is changing, but also the way the guidance is being written. And there's so many considerations. People like Bob Cliff working through, insurance cover, what it means for licensing and so on and so forth. Very tough. If we manage to progress the Ted Pepper, which is scheduled for Bank Holiday Monday on the 3rd of May, then Dave Beadle will be after help with marshalling, trail laying, and so on. We haven't opened entries for that yet. We had a slight, inkling that we probably could, but we've just held back just to see exactly what the guidance is going to be. But we are cautiously optimistic on that one, and it will be good if we can get that event underway. Also looking at the track and seeing what can be achieved there. Sadly, the YDL match is scheduled for the 24th of April and the 15th of May for the lower age group are going to be cancelled. And also, I'm afraid, the 2nd of May match for the upper age group too. But John Hubbard and his friends continue to update us on progress there. So let's just watch this space and see what happens. We are aspiring to maintain a development day. But again, I'm afraid, it's down to, a lot of considerations, not just the guidance, but also, whether our insurance will cover us for an event like that. Because it reaches beyond club members, of course. It's a great way of getting, local youngsters interested in the sport of athletics. And it's such a brilliant thing that Paul Byfield organises, the people, with all the people that help. Alice Platt helps, Claire Ostrich helps out there, Helga Pullin, Karen Desborough is a regular at that event as well. And then, of course, all of the coaches that give their time at the development day and the athletes that come along and help as well. So it's always a great event, that one. So really hope we can get that one underway. If any of you also have yet to renew, and I do know that there are a number of people yet to renew their club membership, now is the time. Get renewed because the sport is starting to return. We are seeing those green shoots. There are going to be events, and you really are going to want to be able to compete. On the virtual events, the club 10-mile results are in. On the outright, third place was Martin Richardson. Second place, Ian Furler. And I guess maintaining his title, Luca Ercolani. And on the handicap, third was Micah Evans. Second was Dave Leal. And first was Roger Villadell. That event seemingly not appealing to the ladies for some reason. Don't think we had many ladies entering that one, if any, actually. But a big thank you to past President Chris Haynes for sharpening his handicapper's pencil, because it just wouldn't be the same without having him do that as well. What else I can tell you is on the fundraising efforts. A little bit of progress. We stand at 154,000. Still looking to push on into the end of March. We've got a month left on that. So really hoping we can get some more funds in there, please. I was pleased to receive an email from John Turner this week. He's looking at some ideas for how to raise a little bit more funds in the way of memorabilia. But also he is going to be sending David Appleton a cheque for the proceeds of the sales of Hurrah for the Squares in Twyned so far. So John, just great effort from you. Thank you for all of the love and the care that's gone into that. And it is a great read. And if you haven't got your copy yet, you are missing out. You must get your copy. And as said, all proceeds going towards the club on that one. So thank you very, very much, John Turner. Adrian, I have to say, Adrian's initiative for last week for the Wednesday Nighters went down very, very well. Everyone putting in hundreds or things related to 100. Steve Hollingdale, I saw had a cheeky 99 flake. I like that one. It wasn't quite 100, but near enough. We'll let you get away with that one. This week, Adrian is celebrating International Women's Day. Look at that. Progressive man, love it. He's looking for you to visit a road, a place, anything that has a lady's name in it where you run. So that will really get you thinking. I know people will be up to the task. I don't know if we'll perhaps get from Bob Minting and Mona Lisa this week. Let's see. Good evening, Peter Rogers. How are you? So that's what I have this week for President's News. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad we've got into March safely and soundly, and things continue to feel like they're opening up, and we are progressing, closer and closer to a bit of a normal track season. I also have to say, look out for Dina's latest update on the Muller Corner advert. There's a very good one of her in a gallery, I think it is. I'm presuming it's in London. It must absolutely have terrified John Blackie because she is in a room with some very, very, very tall high heels and lots of round objects that I just worried that she would just trip over, but she seems to have handled it all very, very well. But that's all very entertaining. Maybe we can get it up on the social media feed. Let's see. But anyway, thanks a lot for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll speak next week. Goodbye.